Chen was jailed for 32 years. He was 5'6" and slim. One of his parents were Chinese and the other was Japanese. Chen was an introvert who loved playing chess. He had no job and spent all his free time alone playing chess online and rapidly became one of the best players in the world. In Chen's world nothing mattered. He had no social life or friends and didn't care to have any either, as he saw friends as a distraction to improving his chess game. He never had a girlfriend or even wanted one. To Chen, women were also a distraction too. All Chen lived for was to play chess and nothing else in life mattered to him. Chen's mother thought something was seriously wrong with him because all of her friends' sons were out partying and having fun with girls, so Chen's mother got really worried, so she put Chen in rehab to try and get him help. When Chen's parents divorced, his dad moved back to Asia, so Chen's mother had to make all the important decisions alone. Chen's mother thought she was doing the right thing, but this turned out to be one of the biggest mistakes any parent could ever make, because Chen's life would suddenly take a dark turn which would ultimately lead him to doing a 32-year prison sentence. During Chen's first couple of weeks in prison, he was a model prisoner and was no problem to anyone. I think the main reason was because one of the guards saw Chen's case on the news and brought him a chessboard. The guard realized as long as Chen could play chess he wouldn't be a problem to anyone, which Chen really appreciated. Chen spent all his time in his cell playing chess. He didn't talk to other prisoners, nor did he care to want to get to know anyone. All he did every single day was play chess to improve his game. One day 2 new guys moved onto the wing called Daniel and Earl. Daniel was a 6'1" big black guy and was a known beauty bandit. He was known for busting men's cheeks in prison, and the other guy was a 6'1" big white guy weighing 400 pounds named Earl. Daniel was a hardcore beauty bandit and had turned out multiple men in prison. Daniel was the type of guy you couldn't trust because he would be your friend and invite you into his cell for a free drink, only to slip something into your drink when you were not looking. He did this to many prisoners and then turned them out. On Daniel's old wing there was this new white guy who arrived on the wing called John. John was sentenced to only 1 year in prison, so Daniel knew he needed to quickly be John's friend because time was running out. Daniel would give John free noodles and free tuna, and John would happily take them because he was broke. John's family disowned him after he went to prison, so he never really had money on his canteen. All the free food Daniel gave him was a blessing and he was very grateful for it. One day Daniel invited John into his cell to give him some more free food. The entire wing was hot, so Daniel gave John a drink saying, "You have to stay hydrated in this weather." John, trusting Daniel, he gladly accepted the drink because he thought they were friends, but sadly this was just a trick. Daniel never had friends. He was the type of guy who only pretended to be friends with men so he could just turn them out and cream pie them. After John finished drinking the drink, he thanked Daniel and said it was delicious. As John was trying to walk out the cell, his head started to feel heavy, and that's when he passed out. The moment John fell to the ground, Daniel's smile changed into a sinister-looking smile. Daniel caught his prey and was finally ready to devour it, but couldn't do it yet, so he quickly ran out of his cell and went into John's cell. He put pillows in John's bed and put the sheet over them to make it look like John was still in his own cell so the guards wouldn't think John escaped from prison. Doing things this way, Daniel could clap John's cheeks non-stop all night long. Once Daniel was finished doing the pillows, he then closed John's cell door and rushed back into his own cell, only to see John was still on the floor, knocked out cold. Daniel was so excited, so he put John on the bed and then took his tings out and slammed it into John. He clapped John's cheeks, and while he was doing it, John was still completely knocked out cold. Daniel continued to pound John's cheeks until sunrise. When Daniel started to see the sun, he realized he was clapping John's cheeks all night long and needed some sleep, so he went to bed. The next morning, John woke up only to realize he was in someone else's bed with an arm wrapped around him. John woke up on his side with another person behind